Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. This is Muhammad Alshareef with this week's episode of Ramadan Recharge. Today we're going to be talking about willpower. Just like a propeller on an airplane, you have to start it up and then it goes really fast. That's what we're going to be talking about today. Stay tuned.
A time for charity, a time for love and unity, for peace and mercy. We can do this easily. A time to see how beautiful Islam can be.
Today's episode, inshallah, we're going to be talking about willpower. Remember back in the olden days when there would be like an airplane, but you know the captain of the plane couldn't just turn it on. What would have to happen is somebody would need to go outside, grab that propeller and spin it, and then it would pick up speed and then it would go on its own. That's a great example for willpower. Another example would be like a merry-go-round. If your little kids start asking you, uncle, uncle, or auntie, auntie, come spin us, because they need some willpower in the beginning to get the inertia going, but once that inertia goes, then it goes on and on, it becomes easier. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says in the Quran, and this is a verse that is often quoted. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says, Inna Allah la yughayyiru ma biqawm hatta yughayyiru ma bi anfusihim. That verily Allah will not change the condition of a people until they change that which is in themselves. And see, changing that which is in yourself is a great example of willpower, meaning that you need to put in the effort from the beginning, not just expecting things to happen to you, not expecting some blue light is going to just zap you and your life is going to change. You have to put in the willpower and in the effort, and in this Ramadan recharge, you have to understand that the beginning parts of Ramadan are going to be all about willpower. All right, so let me give you some practical examples of this. Let's look at fasting in Ramadan. Haven't you seen at the beginning of Ramadan how when you begin fasting, it's really difficult and you're thinking about food throughout the day, but as the month goes on, kind of like that merry-go-round, it gets easier and easier. And then towards the end of the month, it's no big deal to be fasting. Even after Ramadan's over, it might be the middle of the day and you're still not eating anything. But I want to give you another example, and that's charity. With regards to charity, you'll see the Prophet ﷺ, one of the months that he was the most generous was the month of Ramadan. Now, when somebody gives charity in the beginning, when they're first giving it, it's difficult, and they give it again, it's difficult. But as they keep giving, it becomes easier and easier and easier. It's the same thing like the propeller, the same thing like the merry-go-round. You start off with willpower, and then it becomes habit, and then it becomes part of who you are. So in summary, today we spoke about willpower. Just like that propeller, you need that initial push. You put in your own effort, and then Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala changes your situation and makes things easier. The same thing goes for your life. You're going to have difficulty with fasting or charity in the beginning, but inshallah ta'ala, soon after that, everything's going to become easy. I want to give you this advice so that you hold on for those beginning stages until everything becomes smooth. This is Muhammad Alshareef for Ramadan Recharge saying, Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.
For peace and mercy, we can do this easily. A time to